What's up guys, it's Otavio and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. And it looks like Liverpool are speeding up negotiations to sign the Porto Brazilian attacking midfielder Otavio, because his release clause is just 40 million euros and Jurgen Klopp is a big fan of him. So in this video we will talk about the detailed report, what kind of player Otavio is, how his career has shapen up so far, and of course we will talk about the two incredible, mesmerizing, scintillating games that happened yesterday in the Euros, and we will also talk about the England-Germany game today. So lots of great things in this video packed into it for you guys. So if you enjoy these, leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, turn on the bell notifications so you never miss the latest Liverpool transfer news updates. And the report says that Liverpool are set to speed up negotiations over a potential transfer deal for Otavio, who is a 26-year-old attacking midfielder. He is from Brazil, and the A Bola Portuguese newspaper is reporting that Liverpool want to wrap up this transfer deal imminently, because his release clause is set to rise from 40 million euros to 60 million euros in the next few days. And Otavio has shown at Porto, and it looks like he could be the ideal signing to replace Jorginho Wijnaldum, with A Bola suggesting that he could move on the cheap at just 40 million euros, which is around 35 million pounds. However, if Liverpool wait any longer, then Otavio's release clause at the end of this month will rise from 40 to 60 million. So Liverpool have essentially 48 hours, 2 days to complete this deal, and it looks like it would be good business for Liverpool FC to try and get this done as quickly as possible, because Otavio looks like a fine player. It looks to be a really good piece of business for Liverpool FC. Of course, he's not the big name signing that Liverpool fans are all wanting. I loved the Liverpool fans' reaction to Mbappe's missed penalty when France went out. They tweeted John W. Henry, the Liverpool owner, to buy the dip, buy Mbappe right now on a cheaper price, because right now probably his transfer fee is lower than it was a few days ago, with Mbappe being mainly responsible for France going out by missing big chances, missing the crucial penalty. But I don't think we should be too harsh on a kid who is only 22 years old. He already won the World Cup and was the top scorer of the World Cup. He scored in a World Cup final. But Wijnaldum himself wasn't exactly, for example, the most exciting looking signing when he first signed from a relegated Newcastle, but he had a fantastic career at Liverpool, and it looks like it will be tough to replace Wijnaldum. So I think Otavio could be a similar bargain transfer if we get him for 30-35 million pounds. And last season Otavio scored 5 goals and got 8 assists for Porto, as Porto missed out on the Portuguese league title by 5 points to Sporting Lisbon. But there is no shame in that, because Sporting almost went unbeaten. They lost in the last, or the second to last game of the season, to Benfica. They almost went unbeaten for the whole season, so there was really no team who could rival Sporting this season, and they broke a long drought of without being a league title for so long. And also Porto, they could sell Otavio for a cheaper price if we use Grujic in the deal, and if we offer them Grujic, then we could shave off another 10-15 million pounds from this release clause. So we could essentially get Otavio for 20 million plus Grujic. That would equal the 34 million release clause. I'm talking about pounds for Otavio. And as I said, Otavio is a very, very good, very reliable player. He played almost every game for Porto in the Portuguese league, 26 games in the league, and he also played 9 games in the Champions League, scoring 1 goal. So this shows that he's a very, very reliable player. He's not injury prone, and he started off his career at Internacional in Brazil, but then he signed for Porto. He was loaned out to Guimarães, where he had a breakthrough season in the 2015-16 season, where he scored 6 goals in the Portuguese league. And after that he signed for Porto, and every season he scores around 4 or 5 goals in all competitions usually. So he's not exactly a prolific player, but Wijnaldum wasn't an amazingly prolific player either for Liverpool. But he is a very, very reliable running midfielder midfielder Otavio, and I think he would suit Liverpool's playing style pretty well. And yes, last season the Porto didn't win the title, but the season before last season, so 2 seasons ago, Porto won the double in Portugal. They won the league and they won the Portuguese Cup as well, and Otavio was included in the Portuguese league's best 11. And he also became a Portuguese citizen in March 2021. And also he won 2 league titles with Porto, he won 1 cup with Porto, and he won 2 Super Cups as well. And I'm reading the reaction on the Liverpool forums, and they are saying that the A Bola newspaper in Portugal is not exactly very reliable. They link players to clubs all the time, and also it looks like another fan who is from Portugal, so he watches the Portuguese league much more regularly. He said that Otavio is not exactly at the level of Liverpool. He's probably a level below, so he could play for a level of a club like Aston Villa or Wolves, but he looks very, very agile, judging by the compilations that I've seen about Otavio. But I fully trust Jurgen Klopp and the Liverpool scouting team, because yes, we haven't signed a lot of established players throughout the years under Jurgen Klopp, but we still signed Thiago, we still signed Van Dijk, Alisson, Naby Keita. They were probably the 4 players who were already world class or pretty much world class when we signed them. The other players, the Salahs, the Manes, the Firminos, they weren't exactly established players. They were up and coming young players, similar to Otavio. So I wouldn't really dismiss this signing if we make it as a player that is not good enough for Liverpool. We should watch him play in a Jurgen Klopp system. We should give him a full season with our full support. And if Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool thinks that Otavio is good enough for Liverpool, then I'm in. I'm all for it. But it's not only A Bola that has claimed that the Liverpool are after Otavio, because the Record newspaper and Correio da Manhã have all thrown their weight behind this rumor. So 3 newspapers all reporting the same thing. It's a little bit too many to be just a coincidence. Otavio signed a new deal just 3 months ago, but the publications highlight that this has been mostly disregarded because the release clause is still to be believed to be valued at 40 million euros until the end of June. So we can still sign him on a pretty much a bargain deal, and if we don't, then from July the 1st Otavio will be worth 60 million euros in terms of his release clause. But all the newspapers are saying that Liverpool will complete this deal this summer, so make of that what you will. And let's move on to Daniel Sturridge, who tweeted his support to Kylian Mbappe. He said everyone needs to chill with the jokes and show some love and support to the young talent Kylian Mbappe. This guy is world class at 22. He will only get better, and learn from tonight. Can't wait to see your comeback and be even better next season, bro. Stay strong, much love. So Daniel Sturridge, Agent Sturridge, is already warming up Kylian Mbappe to signing for Liverpool. Let's hope that Jurgen Klopp can make it happen. I would really love it, absolutely love it, if we manage to sign him. And Xherdan Shaqiri was taken off when the Switzerland were still 3-1 down. But what an incredible comeback by Switzerland. They were 3-1 down, they were pretty much dead and buried, almost nobody gave them a chance, and they roared back and they equalized in the 90th minute against France. Absolutely incredible scenes. The stadium erupted. I watched the extended highlights this morning because my TV network and my internet went out yesterday just before the first game, the Croatia-Spain game. I tried to not check the results, but of course by this morning everyone was talking about the games, so I knew who will go through, but I didn't know the drama that happened. So we watched the highlights this morning, and it was an absolutely epic game. I'm so gutted that I didn't watch it live, but thankfully my internet is back today, so hopefully I can watch the England-Germany game. So what resilience, never say die attitude by Switzerland. I really applaud them, because they caused one of the biggest upsets, one of the biggest shocks at this Euros. But France weren't convincing, you know. Hungary almost beat them, my home nation, and they almost lost to Portugal as well. So I think France, having won just one game with an own goal against Germany, didn't really excel at these Euros, and usually the previous World Cup winner doesn't do well at the Euros, and it happened again. Also, the defending champions Portugal are also out, so two of the heavy favorites are out. Spain are through, but it was a carbon copy. The Croatia-Spain game was very similar to the Switzerland-France game, because Croatia were 3-1 down, and then they equalized in the last 10 minutes as well. Especially incredible that, the Spain goalkeeper scored an own goal, but Spain came back to lead 3-1. The third Spain goal, scored by Ferran Torres, I thought that was a little bit suspect. The referee shouldn't have blown his whistle to allow Spain to take the free kick so quickly, because there was a water break, and Croatia, half of the Croatia team was still near the sidelines drinking water. Even the centre-back who was supposed to mark Ferran Torres, as the Spain player is taking the free kick, he threw his water bottle towards the touchline, towards the other side, and then he races to run to Ferran Torres. He was obviously distracted. He thought he still has a couple of more seconds. The referee blew the whistle a little bit too early. I think Croatia weren't ready for that free kick. Spain took full advantage, and Ferran Torres just glides past the defender, who busts a gut to get there, but then he can't stop Ferran Torres unless he gives away a penalty, so he decides not to touch Ferran Torres, and he scores the third goal. But then from that moment, Croatia equalized to make it 3-3. But in the end, in the first half of stoppage time, first half of extra time, Spain scored two magnificent goals again to win the game 5-3. What an incredible spectacle! What an incredible game of football that was! And now I think the dream France-Spain quarterfinal didn't happen. So there are already some big upsets. The Netherlands going out to the Czech Republic, France going out to Switzerland. They are two big shocks already. And also now on the bottom side of the draw, only England or Germany will be left as a big team, because Denmark will play the Czech Republic in a quarterfinal, and then England or Germany will play either Sweden or Ukraine. So it will be mouth-watering how this tournament will shape up. And on the upper side of the draw, Belgium, Italy, that could have been a final. That is going to be an epic game. But then all the other quarterfinals will be between a big team or a small team, or two small teams. So it's going to be very, very interesting. And I really want Spain and England to make the final. That would be my dream Euros final, but we will see what happens. Today England will play Germany, and England have won only one knockout game in the last 53 years in the Euros. Can you believe that statistic? England always choke in the knockout stages at the Euros, and they always go out to big teams at World Cups and Euros. Because my home nation Hungary wasn't playing at major tournaments, I was cheering England on usually, because of Liverpool, because of my Liverpool connections, because England always had one or two or even more Liverpool players playing in their team. But England always choke against big teams. They always go out, and usually against penalties. So I'm not really expecting England to knock Germany out. But I'm hopeful, because Germany almost lost at home to Hungary, and almost it could have been an England-Hungary last 16 game. That would have been an absolute dream for me, but it wasn't to be. But this Germany team, and also the group of death with France and Portugal and Germany going through, two of them already are out. Could the Germans go out as well? We will find out tonight. I'm really looking forward to that game. Yeah, my girlfriend is whispering to me that Portugal and France are out because Hungary tired them during the group stages. I said the same thing to my friend. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.